Good morning. Mac G here with Mac G Mania, and we're going to try something a little different. We've got Pathfinder by the Phoenix team. It's a modded Minecraft with the Hardcore Quest mod pack, and we're going to We're going to start a brand new game because I've played this before. We are going to try this with a brand new game, or with a brand new save. Mac G Mania. So let's go ahead and create this new world. This is an experiment. It really is. We're gonna see if this if our frame rates are going to be able to handle recording this heavily modded version of Minecraft. And if it works with this, maybe we'll try some Agrarian Skies or Agrarian Skies 2, which is in development right now. So, without further ado, we are going to first make sure, okay, this is a peaceful mod pack. There will be no bad mobs in this game. You'll notice I have some books and some apples in my inventory. And you will also notice, for some reason, my skin is not my normal skin. This is not part of the mod pack. This is kind of an alternate skin that I use when I'm not playing with Mac G Mania. This is Ash from Army of Darkness. One of my absolute favorite movies in the whole wide world, and is not kid-friendly. So anyway, you'll notice in my inventory I have some quest books. We'll put those away in a minute. And some apples. Well, the apples will be okay, but they're not going to help us for very long. You'll notice in here we have an entire kind of a spaceship looking thing. Let's see, out there. Here we go.
Some voyages last forever. Some voyages are lost in the sands of time. Some voyages are destroyed when the fabric of reality tears.
This, I'll kind of give you the gist of it. We are on a spaceship, going to be doing some time travel or dimension travel. We have a list of quests that we need to complete, which is what the HQM or Hardcore Quest mod is all about. And our first quest is going to be right here. It's called Dauntless. And in the Dauntless we have to find the Effect None Dimlet, Terrain Normal Dimlet, and Material None Dimlet. The dimlets are parameters in which dimensions can be built. Like I said, I have kind of done some of this before, and it does give you a lot of backstory. There's actually a really nice story to it. Let's go ahead. The quiet hum of the generators awake you. They awake you with a revelation. You stand up and rush to the back of the ship, nearly tripping over the teleporter pads. Today is day 315 aboard the USS Pathfinder, designation NCC 74562. On this voyage across the star system, after this long, the purpose of the voyage is hard to remember. It is a lonely trek across the stars, and even with all the state-of-the-art equipment, you've been hard-pressed to find something to do until now. Under the blue glow of the planet above, you tear open the crates, finding the mysterious devices you've been carrying with you, nicknamed Dimlets by the people back home. You tear them apart to understand their workings, and then you see the purpose of these alien creations. Among these tangles of wires and bases and essences, you see the potential to create something big, with a few slight modifications to the yellow bordered virtual reality device, you could potentially take your dreams and turn them into a reality. Finally, overcome with a purpose, you realize that it is time to get to work. So, I don't know if I'm going to read all of these to you, but that's kind of what this is all about, is following the quest line to achieve the goal and receive rewards. For instance, when we get these, we'll get the reward of the RF Tools Dimension Manual. So, let's get to work. Oh. Let's see if we can turn off. Some of these mods are still quite new to me. I don't really know them very well. This is a mapping mod, which is really quite handy, except I want to... It's journey map. I want to turn off my death. Advanced options, cartography, waypoint beacons. Let's look under here. Icon, stationary beam, small. Let's take off the beams. See if that helps. Or let's no. Okay, waypoints. Enable waypoint manager. Create death points. Let's turn off the death points, and that should hopefully turn off. No, it didn't. Let's try that again. Waypoints. Oh. Enable the waypoint manager. I'm just trying to turn off my death points from the previous save point. I'm not entirely sure as to why it shows them. I will tell you. Anyway, we'll just deal with it. I have died a few times in my other game. One of the things that you do actually have to watch out for, you can see on these where it shows that they, down towards the bottom, you'll see the blue letters that tell you what mods they are, like RF Tools, Thermal Expansion, RF Tools. Just above that is some numbers. That is how much power they have. And I know for a fact that if you try to use a matter transmitter when it doesn't have enough power, you die. Plain and simple. Dead. Game over. Well, not game over. It's not a hardcore mod, thankfully. Let's... Oh my. Yes. We need crop sticks. And you'll notice here something. Our inventory is messed up. We only have the inventory that we have here in our on our bar. That's it. That's all the inventory we have. That's all we get. So we have the 3 dimlets, if you remember from, oh, we put all those away. Let's condense some of these things, because you'll notice that some of these are kind of the same stuff. They stack. So let's go ahead and stack what we've got, because we really need inventory space. So let's just go ahead and keep as much inventory space as we can. And go back. See, it's all 100%. Now we need to go to the next part, which is originally serving as a device to manage the virtual realities you would create. The tabular creation matrix can now be reapplied to create these new dimensions. Simply right-click on the matrix to obtain a empty tab. So we come over here. There's the matrix. Right-click. We got one. And we'll claim that reward. Did that give us... Oh, no, we haven't... Oh, by claiming the reward, we get the reward. So we've got the book now, or we had it. I bet you it's right there on the floor. Why? Because we don't have any space for it. This stuff is going to be very important very soon. Some of the things that will happen is nighttime, very, very, very dark. So let's keep going because we need to get to the planet before our food runs out. So we go on to the next quest, which is the Yamato. You'll notice the names of these quests when you unlock the ability to see them. They are the names of it just says it's locked, but names of starships from past or from science fiction and fantasy and whatnot, and I think that's a really nice little touch. So now for the tricky part. As the stuff may very well be constructing a universe, there is a method to constructing a dimension. As well, there can be some failures. Once before, a ship tried to determine what these artifacts did. The USS Yamato. I thought I was saying that wrong. It's the Yamato. Designation NCC 71807. Lost all of its crew due to an incident like this, but nobody has seen this like you have. At least not yet. You can repurpose the inscriber to help you write these dimensions. So to complete this quest, in order to create your dimension, you'll need to place your dimlets within the tab in the dimension inscriber. Place the empty dimension tab in the slot in the lower left, then place the effects tab None in the slot at the top. As there is a sort of grammar with this, in order to create a world that is something like home, you'll need to make sure no special types of material affect the terrain. So, place the material None dimlet directly before the terrain normal dimlet. So that's just kind of telling us how we have to... the inscriber is what we want. No. Oops. That may not be what we wanted either. We'll just get another one. Easy peasy. This is supposed to go here. Okay. So material None, effect None, terrain normal. Now if we look at the book, it says, okay, effect None tab is first. And then the way this reads is it's kind of backwards. So effect None, and then before the terrain normal, we have to put the material None. So effect None, material None, terrain normal. That's how this has to go in. So effect None, terrain, material None, effect None, terrain normal. And it says OK. So we store that and extract it. Oops, store it. Puts all those three things inside one of these dimension tabs. We should have named it. Can we still... Let's extract it. Store. It won't let us... Oh. Ha. Let's call this starting home. And store it. Okay. This is our starting home dimension. Now... Head extra. What's next? Well, add career. Okay, that's all the same text. Now for the final step before the dimension is created. Open up the interface of the dimension builder and place the realized tab inside. The power will flow from the air around you into the dimension. You have just created a new world. So we need to go to the dimension builder, which, hey look, it's a dimension builder. Right there. Hi. You. And that should... Visit it, claim the reward, get some more bread, and a reward bag. These are very important. You can get either really good stuff or really not so good stuff. So we've done the Dauntless, we've done the Yamato. Keep saying that wrong. Now for the Venture. So, you may have noticed, it even said it unlocks 2 quests elsewhere. So, let's get this going. You can feel the pulse of energy as the Dimension Builder catalyzes your new world, speeding up the process of life creation by billions and trillions of years. If space was the final frontier, you have just surpassed that. You have entered the next generation of technology, gone to the newest frontier. The only part left is to enter the world you've created. The teleportation system you've previously used for ship-to-ship transport can now be used to transport yourself to the dimension you've just created. Well, we haven't created it yet, but we will. Follow my instructions carefully. Open up the interface of the dialing device. In the top section, you should see only one entry titled Matter Transmitter. Click on that entry so that it is highlighted gray. Down below in the second section, you should see several entries. Choose the one not labeled Pathfinder, which we will actually have it labeled as starting home, I believe. Well, we'll see. It is. Whatever this guy is labeled here. So that both Matter Transmitter and the other entry are highlighted in the dark gray. At the bottom of the interface, click the dial button. A green beam of light will shoot out of the Matter Transmitter. Stand in this beam. Do not move. To be transferred to the new dimension. So we got to go to the dialing device and the Matter Transmitter. Well, we're just going to run over here before we dial it. There we go. That should... Oops. It's those corners. The dialing device is 1 meter away. It is that thing right there. We're going to pop right back here. Well, we haven't done anything with it yet, because we need to put this into here. And we just made a world. What a wonderful world it would be. Now, Matter Transmitter, starting home, dial. Dialed okay, so now we are ready to transport. You can see the green shaft. We're good. Before we go into that, let's take a look. And got compressed cobblestone. That really doesn't do us much good. Not right now. We'll put those things away. We'll keep our food. The other thing you'll notice that happens is the stacks are completely messed up. Just wait. Just wait. We have everything here that we will need down below. We've got some starting seeds. These crop sticks. These will be important for growing crops. Some food. You'll notice it says like nourishing light meal and morsel. That is, if you shift it, it'll show you how much food it actually provides. This will give me half of a hunger bar. And the bread will give me 1.5. And there's a diminishing returns. You can see that. So we're going to have to find a way to quickly vary our diet. So we're going to go down to the planet. Our starting dimension. This is where our frame rates can really drop. It's going to take a little bit for it to download the terrain. It's kind of like when you go from the overworld in vanilla Minecraft into the nether or into the end. So it's going to take it a few moments. We're going to let it load in its chunks. We're currently single-digit frame rates while it's loading. We're just going to kind of slowly... We've got a desert. That's kind of nice. We won't need to worry about glass ever again. Lots of desert. And then there's some grass and stuff. You'll notice in the upper right-hand corner... Nope, can't do it that way. Can't do it that way either. Upper right-hand corner is a mini-map. That will be a big help. Our frame rates, and if we're moving, is pretty darn low. However, we're going to continue. We're going to give this a shot. We're going to give it a real and valid shot. I'm just going to ask you to bear with me while we have to deal with low frames. So, oh, that's kind of nifty. I don't know if you can see. This is not a normal biome for vines to grow in. And yet there's vines. Right there. Sure enough. Vines in a river biome. Oh, pardon me. Whew. Sometimes things like this means that there's something special close by. I have found, in my first playthrough, I have found chests. There's randomly generated structures. In fact, it looks like there might be one over here. Maybe. Or maybe, looking at the map, there's one. Now, like I said, it gets horribly dark. They have a mod in here to make this very, very dark. And there's a house. Or a barn. Or a house. Something. This is completely random. This doesn't show up when you play through. Each map is different, just like regular Minecraft. We're going to maybe turn this house... I think we're going to make this home. We're going to call this an abandoned house. And we're going to occupy. We're going to occupy this home. What's in this home? It looks like an empty home. Sorry. Frame rates. It is a very empty home. It's our home now. We're not putting anybody out, but it's ours now. So, first thing we need to do is check. Claim the reward. This gives us some cooked fish. That'll be good. And a few more reward bags. Problem is, we don't have any inventory space. Well, we can fix that. Please tell me it's not getting dark already. Okay, it's about noon, so we're good. We can get to our house by following the river. That is good. There's some red clay up here. Or not red clay, but red sand. In amongst... There is red clay and red sand. Huh. Unusual. But there's our starting spot, our starting location. We're going to go there. The reason is we have a generator in our inventory. Oh, yes. Oh, my. Sand. You actually do move slower on sand. There's a pyramid. And there's another house. We're going to go check that out. Maybe not today, but we will check it out. We need a pickaxe, though. But we are going to place our generator here, and we're going to put charcoal in it. It's going to store up some energy, but we're going to use this. We're going to store stuff that way, so that way we can have some room. Well, you can see our house from here. You can see our house from here. But as you might notice, moving slow in the sand, we're going to get back to the house. There is going to be a lot of off-screen work that I do on this, simply because some of the mods are really grindy and time intensive. I will show you some of what I'm doing when I do it, and then I will do a lot of it off camera, simply to help just to help with the tedium. We don't need that. We don't need that kind of negativity in our lives, do we? And I will tell you, once I start building tools, I will promise you I will not do the whole using my dirt to dig. I will, once I get the tools built, it will be only shovels to let's go ahead and do this. Oh, I'd rather, we'll get rid of the one bread that we have in here. Pick up those fish. Inventory is a huge issue. Let's dump this grass, or this dirt. Let's terraform a little bit to the landscape. I kind of want to call it an episode real soon, but I don't want to leave you hanging. Oops. Let's go ahead and pop that one back out. I don't want to leave you hanging where we just have unclaimed rewards, but I don't want to go too long. So we're actually going to call it here. I am going to stop the recording. What I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to go harvest some trees and make a chest. I'm going to make a chest. I'm going to make a crafting table, and that is pretty close to all I'm going to do without you. And we will see you soon. Thank you for joining me. This is the Pathfinder mod, and this is MacG with MacG Mania. Thank you very much.